And timer has started. Looks like we've got a similar lineup going all around so far. I have to admit, I haven't seen a lot of RTD-R yet. DP, I'm very familiar with. They're very old clan now as well. Several years old. They've been in the competitive game for a long time. I feel like the Caravan's an odd choice. Well, I can see what they're doing. It's great for its hold down ability as well, but the pen and the gun and generally how the gun behaves just isn't consistent enough as well. If you're looking for a hold down thing, I mean, you can't go wrong with things like Super Conquerors. Yeah, they haven't got the mobility that a Cran has as well, but it makes up for it more than enough with its durability and its firepower.
Yeah, I made it to the meal too before I found out how atrocious that gun is. I haven't touched the tank since.
I was, dude, I was so looking forward to the Caravan until everyone told me it was just disgusting.
Yeah.
We had some used against us on a Himmelsdorf battle several weeks ago as well. We were initially a bit concerned with how we deal with it, stuff like that. Just because of the gun stats alone, I ended up bouncing like nearly 6k off my Super Conqueror. They just couldn't do anything to it just because the gun was so terribly unreliable.
From what I hear, that's about what the Polish tanks will be like. Really bad gun handling.
Great.
Big alpha, but they can't harness it at all.
That's all right. I'll probably go down the line as a British citizen. I actively seek out disappointment. It's like a hobby. Alright, time is up. With all that hold down potential we're seeing on both sides, I would really like to see some more plays towards the centre where they can utilise that a bit better. Problem we saw with RTD-R, well, when you're pushing across open areas as well, you do not want to use a Super Conk. Well, they can get chewed up so easily. Pitches like that. You put them in a hold down spot and they are like God mode. That's where you want to throw them every available opportunity. Once again, we see both teams favouring the north. What I'd like to see from both teams is using their mediums to a bit better advantage as well. We've got a huge map here as well, with the potential for flanking, especially for things like batchats, is incredible. Once the engagement starts, it's quite easy to sneak a batchat right behind the enemy's position, then you've just got free reign. You're forcing their hand at that point. Whoa. That's some serious amount of health lost from RTD-R straight away. Chieftain's on a one-shot, and Patton's reduced to a two-shot, and the Chieftain goes down.
I'd say DP's a little upset about that last
There's some excellent shooting by DP.
match. getting hit by a bat. Down to 500 hit
Ah,
points.
see, this is this is clever as well. What they're doing, they're not wasting time, like spamming each other's turrets when they know they're not going to. They're just throwing hash at each other. Already we have a very large hit point disparity between the two. DP is, well, 30% up on hit points. We've got the E4 down to a one-shot. E4 I feel like is a bit no man's land now as well. All it's going to take is the DP meds just to pop up and spot him and he's gone. DP trading excellently at the moment as well. Yeah, like what DP have done, they've sent their bat chats on southern end of the map. Try and knock out this E4. We've got to catch up. I think the crowns have been put to much use at the moment, but not what it needs to. The heavies on DP are holding their side down very, very well. What I'd like to see DP do now, I mean, they have practically all of the team accounted for, apart from their bat chat as well. So they know that bat chat's alone. They have two bat chats in the south as well. There's no reason why they couldn't go rush him, knock him out, and then they've got all of the D1 area to snipe with impunity. DP are just coming off so much better in the trades right now. RTD-R only down one tank as well, but the hit point disparity is almost 50%. The DP backchats are finally moving in. RTD-R brought their E4 back to try and prop up that flank. Because now that E4 has been spotted over this side of the map as well, DP know they have a huge overmatch. And a supercomp goes down as well. Yeah, massive overmatch on the north as well. They might not be willing to push it. They're trading excellently at the moment as well. They have all the hit points as well, so there's no need for them to do anything really aggressive right now.
Looks like they're gonna go for it.
Yep, Crown Vans have moved up. Yep, here comes the push. And Patton's about to go down, and he's down. Quite the turnaround from DP in this round. They played their positions excellently. Walk in the supercomp stands alone. And he's gone. Case of cleaning up from here, and then we're on to DP's map choice, currently unknown. That makes it 1-1.
We did it! We won!
We have to take back what I said about the Crown Van as well. It's a nice amount of damage. 3.3k for Bad Fox and the Crown Van as well. Legally Atheist, very nice. 3.7k. Chieftain and E4 on RTD-R's side as well didn't manage to get anything done. I mean, the first Chieftain was knocked out within seconds of being spotted. Like, DP's choice will be Airfield War. That's another one we haven't seen a lot of as well.
I think or I streamed it last time I streamed DP actually against VGA.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do like this map. I feel like it's in the league we're in as well. I feel like it's been like terribly underplayed.
It's played almost all the time in WNF, from what I remember.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot in that. We had to, I mean, we decided to pull it out in a training scrim the other day, and we had to pull out some ancient strats, like 754 strats from several years ago, because we had
Yeah.
nothing. It just hasn't been played in competitive for such a long time. Waiting for confirmations. And the timer has started. Now, what I've typically seen on an airfield match, we get a mix of hull down tanks and autoloaders. Because of the tight proximity, I feel like it's really good. It's a really good map for setting up ambushes. It's what I'm a big fan of doing personally when I call matches. It's setting up baits and things like that. And because there's so many places you can hide tanks, especially autoloaders. You can bait someone into an area and then jump on them with your autoloaders. Very mobile set we're seeing from DP so far. An E3. Must confess, I have not seen one of those at all this season.
I think I saw one in the beginning of the season, but it's been a long time, yeah.
Every time I see one of those in pub still, I still have like a Vietnam style flashback from when I was like an absolute scrub, like 4 months into this game, coming up against an E3 and a stock Tiger 2 for the first time, crapping my pants.
When I first had the fight against it, I figured the cupola was the same as the E4, and I got so mad because I couldn't pin the cupola.
Did you instantly go on the forum and just like scream hacks all over the place?
No, back then I didn't really.
That's what most of
send
them did.
hate mail or anything. This is 4.5 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Playing this game too long. And the timer is up. because I haven't seen much of the effort one. It'd be interesting to see how the meta change has affected this. It used to be, in the case of the old encounters, it used to be a camp off in the center, and then like occasionally you'd get some meds trade with each other down the south. The meta's really shifted this season as well. It took us a while to get used to it as well. The Super Conquerors played a huge role in it.
Yeah, it's become more aggressive. I noticed up in the north.
Yeah, well, the I7 buffs have helped in that regard as well. People are more likely to pick them, and you've got tanks like the 5A, which are excellent brawlers as well. So we're seeing a lot more of those in the show.
Seeing the bats up north.
Perhaps try and get the early spots in. I tend to hold my personally. I tend to hold my meds back, or towards the spawn. I feel like unless you're going to commit over the south, it feels like an unnecessary risk throwing meds up there. But DP have sent half their force down the south as well. They're autoloaders. Now the trick is they're going to need to keep them hidden as best they can. They send the rest of their forces up north.
From last time DP played on here.
This is what they did last time, man. Or some early damage, a lot of early damage taken by DP.
And the Raging Warrior.
Oh, Raging Warrior goes down. Those early spots have paid off. We're about even on hit points right now as well, but our RTD-R have had to stop in their tracks for fear of the autoloaders, which is giving DP time to deploy their heavies in the right place. Disadvantage now is RTD-R now know that the heavies on north are seriously overmatched as well. But this is a clever strategy by DP. They're hanging their guys back as well. They don't want to give an easy overmatch as well. This is the trick. If you know you're going to be overmatched in a certain area, you try and keep a certain distance between yourself and the enemy as well. Which means they have to push across the open ground. That's what DP are doing right now, and that's the smart move. Considering our TDR have the overmatch on the north as well, it gives them a bit more flexibility. What I'd really like them to see is concentrate their efforts on the autoloaders, the low health autoloaders that are trying to flank them. They're going to be the problem towards the end game. So if they can knock out these flanking troops as well, then the heavies don't stand a chance. The heavies are at such a distance anyway that they'd be slow to react if they did push on the south. Oh, here comes the push.
That was
And yeah, so because they had to cross this open ground with Super Conqueror in a hold down position as well. Problem is DP have now split their forces as well, but they've got some people in good positions to get shots in as well. Legally, Aphis looks like he's going to be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. The Batchats of DP now coming in. I feel like they might have been better utilised coming from the straight middle. Well, they've taken hits for that. The 50B is not able to get it there in time, so really could go either way at this point. Josh in the I7 looks like he's now on a chopping block as well, but they have got the E3 in a decent position. No one wants to go around and take that slap to the face. Whoa! Pressure tanks go down as well. Very nice. We finally got the 50Bs in position as well. Looks like DP are going to take it as well. I felt at one point like that was a bit too little too late from the autoloaders of DP, but they managed to deploy them just in time. Josh in the I7 did an excellent job holding up that flank. If DP had been in a bit more aggressive position where the fight's going on now, then that brawl would have been over very quickly as well. They did the absolute right thing by hanging back and giving that distance for RTD-R to cross. Well played to TP. That was excellent positioning as well. Like I felt like the south push was a bit of a risk as well, but it definitely paid off. They took a tank down.
Where am I? There I am. A little bit of bad camera work going on over here. Don't mind me. Trying out the director camera, where it pans the players and cycles through it. But it went to a spectator, so.
Whenever I've tried that, it's just put me on ground level about like 500 meters away from the tank you're supposed to be viewing.
Yeah.
Was that a shot that hit him, or he fell off something? If that was a shot that hit him, that was an incredible
He
snapshot.
ran over the AA gun.
It could be it. It might have like it might have well been Bohemian Fawn. If so, good shot. It looks like this one's going to end by cap. Or perhaps not. Just one more. Oh, both missed. How did he get away with that? Jesus, there he is.
They've lost this one, but we'll be back.
Excellent job by DP there. Really good positioning. Aiming form in 50B, 4k damage. Very nice indeed. A fair amount of bounces from the IS-7s on DP's side as well. Batchats of RTD-R did very well, but not quite enough to prop up the heavies, unfortunately. That early loss hurt them bad, and that push across the open ground hurt them worse. Have they changed sides already? I was damn quick at it. Seems like they're ready to go. Weighing. And timer has started. That leaves the scores at 2 for DP and 1 for RTD-R. So DP just needs one more to come away with the overall victory. And if not, we'll see the decider go to Ghost Town. I think in your experience so far, have you seen many of these go to Ghost Town, or has it been an out-and-out win for most of the ones you've streamed?
Um, Probably say about 1 in 3 will go to Ghost Town. I haven't streamed
I know it
too
does.
many lately, but early on, we did have a few clans that would often go to a tied scoreboard or tied score to put it in Ghost Town. It's either that or it's like a 3
I would like to see.
washout.
I'd like to see this go to Ghost Town as well. Both teams have been really aggressive, so it'd be interesting to see how a fight would go down on a map like that. But we tried out like this weird strat on Ghost Town for like a few months back. We did it for a meme as well. We just took like Mouse's like Type 5 heavies and a couple of Death Stars, and we went in there with no expectation, fully expecting to get like pummeled, and it kind of worked. So we just stuck with it ever since. Doesn't always work every time, but if nothing else, it's funny. Like,
Kind of matches.
yeah, collectively we took like two-shot a mouse, and then there's nothing more satisfying than that, hitting it for like a 1500 a piece and like watching it disappear in like 0.5 seconds. It's a glorious feeling. Right, we've only got about 30 seconds remaining. We haven't any tanks picked by RTD-R. I'm not seeing any issues unless they're gonna wait until the final seconds.
Yeah,
Oh, here it comes. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people do that as well, and it's risky. All it takes is for one person to mess it up, and you go in the tank down or pick the wrong tank.
I hear EU does that with most clans. They'll wait till the last like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of in our league as well. It personally makes me nervous as well, just because like all it takes is one person to have a brain fart and just like pick something stupid like an arty on Himmelsdorf. Here we go, with a deciding match. Any changes? We've gone for a Conqueror GC on the side of DP as well. It's not a horrendous pick on a map like this. It's a fairly campy map as well. If they deploy it in the right place, it could cause some serious damage if they're hoping just to hold them up. They got the right tanks to do it as well.
Another strat that they did last time, and it actually worked out really well for them. They deleted the super car within a minute.
I have not seen this one as well.
I wouldn't say a minute and a half, but like really early in the match, super conk was just completely gone. And I forget who was commentating this saying, but that to counter an arty pick like this, when your team doesn't have one, you just go full out aggression, minimize the use of the
It looks
arty.
like, it's the right play, and it looks like that's what's happening as well. We've got a very aggressive push down the south from RTD-R. This could be the right play for them. And like with that Conqueror GC on the going to the middle, having a camp off there is just asking for it. I feel like RTD are a little bit too static. If they were going to do that commit, they really needed to commit to the south as well. Right now they've split their forces, so they're going to be held up by the significant amount of heavies that DP have in the middle. He's now in position. Waiting to see who's going to get the first balance injection by the Conqueror GC. RTD-R have managed to get their guys around the south. I feel like if this could have been done a little bit earlier, it would have been much to their advantage. DP has pulled their 57 heavies back to try and protect their arty though.
Which just fired right into a hill, so they're good for another 30 seconds.
RTD-R do have the overmatch on the north at the moment. Looks like they're going for the push. Led Zeppelin taking a hell of a beating for that. Excellent, that's what I like to see as well. Super Conqueror and RTD-R's team has come in to shield the I-7 off him from going down. That's good play. Oh, he gets lucky with the low. Oh, not so much. Oh, the push by RTD-R is a bit... Yeah, DP's focus fire is really, really good. But I feel like that push was a little bit disjointed as well. If we'd had the guys come in from the southern end as well, RTD-R might have been able to pull that back. So they lost 2 tanks in that exchange. They still have overmatch as well, but they're dealing with an E4 and a 57 heavy. Not the best choice to go against 2 IS-7s. Meanwhile, we've got the flanking force of RTD-R have been held up by the 57 heavies at the moment as well. They're looking to cross to be able to put pressure on the Conqueror GC in the back chat, but they're just not able to as well. And now they're taking hits from the RT. Oh, an IS-7 from DP goes down as well. He's on 1 against 2. But Bohemian Fawn does have excellent position on the guy's trying to take out illegally atheist right now. Still could go either way. Oh. Got missed by the E4, that's unfortunate. They could have really done with taking that IS-7 out. IS-7 goes down. It's a one-on-one, but we still do have the RT in play. Southern force of RTD-R has been reduced to 2 tanks now. Oh, beg your pardon, just a 1. There's 57 heavies in that position, have really managed to put a stop to the flanking. And there it goes. Which leaves just Warhawk and the IS-7 left over for RTD-R. Once again, very good positioning by DP. They know exactly what they wanted to do. They were able to halt a push when they had a 2-tank down overmatch as well in the north, which was great. And they managed to put a stop to the flanking force in the south as well. Very well played. I feel like RTD-R could have taken a little bit better advantage of that flanking force if they'd have deployed them a bit more aggressively and not given DP the chance to put their 57s in such a strong position. I think that wraps it up there, doesn't it? That makes it 3-1 to DP. So DP
3-1 DP.
Take this round. GG both teams.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to be stealing some of those airfield strats as well, without a doubt. Mine are really rusty. I've got one for one side of the map, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm definitely appropriating that. Sorry, but not sorry.
Do you want to do interviews? I know it's pretty late there in Europe.
Yeah, sure. If that's what you want to do, that's cool.
It's up to the commentators.
Let me check the time. The time is Jesus. Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. here.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're really up for it? Okay.
Yeah, thinking about it, yeah, it was a poor choice on my. I think I've got some like maths test in college at like in like 5 hours. So yeah, I should probably I should probably sleep.
Yeah,
That would be the
that
grown up
might help you
sensible
out a
thing to
little bit.
do. All right, thanks very much for having me on though.
Hey, thanks for joining on such short notice.
Pleasure is all mine. Right, I'll bid you farewell then, sir.
All right. Good luck tomorrow or today.
Thanks, I'll need it. Wait.
Alrighty, guys, that'll end it for me. My next personal stream is tomorrow at 6 p.m. I might go a little bit early, not sure. As far as the next GTL match, I think I've got one Sunday. I want to try and do another one for Friday, so if any of you GTL clans have a match Friday evening, let me know. I can stream it for you. Yeah, okay. I just had to check Discord real quick. So yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for the follows, for everyone who did that. And Burnbox, you're welcome for streaming it for you. I didn't have a chance to put that in chat when you were thanking me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.